Victory or death! I will fight with honor.
Let's keep quest, assuming that we can't beat Pirate Warrior anyway, and then mulligan the other things for Voraxxes. But also assuming Pirate Warrior will play this on turn 1 instead of the quest. Next turn can be quest plus Blessing of Wisdom. Dino Size might be pretty sick in like 5 turns. I just played against a N'Zoth Control Warrior, and it wasn't this guy. There must be someone streaming that shit right now. Probably don't want to play Sword of Justice, because I'm going to want a True Silver next turn. Let's just make a dude. Actually, I guess I'm supposed to attack here, right? Because he's going to make this attack anyway. And if I let him make the attack, I don't get the card draw. Hold on to the Lost in the Jungle for buff combos. Alright, I can still True Silver that guy. Let's hit him with the top deck, see if we can tilt him a little bit. Let's just pass this turn. I really wish he had played something I could True Silver into there, so I could play my Sword of Justice. Looks like I'm just going Sword of Justice this turn. And go ahead and play Lost in the Jungle. Pretty good with the Sword of Justice. It's nice getting these 2/2s on the board because Ravaging Ghoul doesn't deal with it. It's not really enough to brawl or sleep with the fishes. So it's just kind of annoying little dudes for him to deal with. Okay, or this guy can just have Doomsayer in his warrior deck. I do have ways to kill that though. Where's the quest sitting? 1 out of 6. Let's draw a card with Blessing of Wisdom here. If I wanted to use my weapon charge, then I could use Silver Moon Portal here. Let's just Kings. I made sure to put the Blessing of Wisdom and the Kings on different guys, so there'd be 2 different high priority threats for him to deal with. Might even be enough to get a Brawl out of him, but I kinda doubt it. I get to draw another card. Looks like I do. Nice. I could even just Dino Size him right here. Not really sure that's worth. Draw a card here, see what happens. Blessing of Kings. Let's do this. And then we'll just equip the True Silver. And one-shot the Acolyte. Go face her 4. This play got all the value out of my Sword of Justice. It'll let me one-shot the Acolyte. Gives me a decent-sized board, which I will probably have a thing on board next turn that can get Spike Ridge seeded or Dino-sized, whatever I prefer. I think just Dino-sizing him right there was a little bit risky, because he had an Execute Activator on the board. Primordial Drake is pretty annoying, but I can just kill it on board. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and Spike Ridge Steed here. It's a really nice card to combo with the Voraxx, but like, I have a Blessing of Kings, that's also really good with the Voraxx. I think it's pretty important to get something established on the board.
I dream and the world trembles.
On the other hand, I'm kind of forced to play Equality here, which is awkward. I mean, I can just like Dino-size Blessing of Mike, my guy. Leave a 13/6 minion on the board. Let's go for the Equality play here. I took way too long on this turn.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, this should have been a Galvadon turn, but I waited way too long. I was really looking at that Dino Size play.
The Earth Mother
Armor
here.
made to fit.
There's a Voraxx, but at this point I think I'd rather play a Galvadon this turn. And also just Dino Size this turn.
I wonder.
Go for Galvadon though. I could have played the Blessing of Kings on this guy to keep him alive. But with Galvadon on the board, I want a small board for Brawl. And Blessing of Kings is better with Voraxx next turn. God, these all suck. I guess the Death Rattle's good. Like health, I suppose. Can't be targeted is good because of executes and shit. Wind Fury is less good now that I can't put more buffs on it.
The battle.
And because of Brawl, I think I'm not even gonna hero power here.
Are upon us.
Let the pain speak to me.
Probably better to have done that on the front half of the Karen rather than on the Bane, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Not a very exciting Consecration. Not a very exciting Voraxx because Brawl is still a thing. Could just play a 10-10 here. If I play my Dino Size here, then there's no chance of it landing on Voraxx, which is disappointing. But usually if the Voraxx survives long enough for a Dino Size, it means it has other buffs on it, so making it a 10-10 is a lot less good. Let's just play a 10-10 here.
Reporting for duty.
And we'll just get him for 8. He has to deal with my board anyway. If I had cleared something off here, it would have made Brawl a little bit worse for him. But I do have to, like, punch him in the face eventually. I can't just, like, fatigue him in this matchup. So 8 face damage is pretty significant. And it seems like a lot of the things I traded into probably would have just killed this guy anyway. I guess maybe trading into Acolyte was the play. Okay, apparently not. But that would have been his best execute activator for the 10-10. So maybe trading into the Acolyte was right. Because then I'd have an 8-5, he wouldn't have a clean trade on board for it. He'd probably have to send the Ravaging Ghoul into the 10-10 for an execute activator anyway. Oh, he got Awakens. That's disappointing. It's even more disappointing because I probably have to make a Voraxx play here, and these 1/1s are in the way of a Brawl.
Armor made to fit.
Alright, so I think I'm going to kill this Armor Smith, but I'm actually going to kill off one more of my guys that I need to. Just so the Brawl isn't as good on the Voraxx. But I am going to commit quite a bit into this Voraxx. He's been showing he's having some issues dealing with my big guys, although maybe he's just reluctant to play a Brawl. It's also possible that list just doesn't play Brawl. Has a lot of onboard stuff, maybe Brawl just isn't a card that you love to have. Alright. He drew the Brawl at the end of last turn. There's my Voraxx pulling through. I probably Forbidden Healing my Voraxx here, because, like, I don't need a Forbidden Healing for my face in this matchup. And I get a sick 2-2 out of the deal because of the Sword of Justice. Although maybe I didn't want a 2-2 out of the deal because of Brawl. But I've seen one Brawl at this point. I also think it's somewhat likely he only plays one, but with the Twilight Summoner, that probably is a card that you want 2 Brawls to go with. Alright, nice. That's not so nice. I wonder if I ever Consecration some of my 2-2s in, Keep Voraxx out of execute range. I don't think I've seen an execute yet, have I? Let's play around execute. It also kind of plays around Brawl a little bit. I mean, not really, because I could have just like not hero powered and not play Barnes. My deck doesn't have very much left in it. I've got a Vine Cleaver, which is a lot of value, a Spike Ridge Steed, and a Silvermoon Portal. But past that, I don't have much in the way of threats. Consecration is actively bad here. Looks like there's not a whole lot I can do to protect my Voraxx this turn. If I push face, it's only 14 damage from minions. Could even hit with the weapon, put him down to, what, 6? The hero power's up to 8, even Vine Cleaver's not lethal with a Consecration draw. Let's take a 2-2 here. Could kill N'Zoth. I kinda wanna just punch him in the face though. I have a lot of stuff on my board. I kinda feel like at this point the N'Zoth and the Karen are going into my Voraxx anyway. You can send the 1-1 in and execute it. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know. I just don't really think I have a winning line of play if I attack in there. Sleep with the fishes, I guess. Oh, he just wanted to... I mean, you could have just popped that on one of my other minions and done relevant damage. He's gonna be at 7 here. Consecration plus my 2-2. I need 3 damage, I believe. Well, I mean, this is the easiest Bluegill warrior you've ever seen, right?
Put this apple on your head.
Huh. Well, there's a lethal.
On with the show. The battle.
1 and 3, boys.
Reporting for duty.
Easy. Okay, that was better than Bluegill Warrior, I think.
Uther versus Medivh. Let the games begin. I will fight with honor.
Alright, I think Mage is one of the worst matchups. But that's okay. Play Lost in the Jungle here because I can contest a turn 1 Mana Worm with the Divine Strength. Alright. Let's even throw a Blessing of Wisdom on this guy since he can't kill it with just his hero power. Turn 2, he pretty much needs a Frostbolt here. You can also Primordial Glyph into a couple of answers. Alright. Let's go face, because sometimes I draw something that can save this guy. Unlucky. Well, I still got 2 cards out of my 1 mana spell, that's pretty good. Not taking the trade there does leave me open to like a Frostbolt top deck or something, but I think in a lot of cases he'd rather just trade off the Pyros anyway. Okay, don't be Counterspell. Well, at least it wasn't Spellbender. That really sucks, though. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. Traded my 4 mana card for his 3 mana card. Obviously not good, but certainly could be worse. Well, let's go ahead and True Silver this thing off the board. Leave myself a couple things on the board to hopefully be targeted by my spells. Could equality that guy. If I equality that guy, I can trade off a 1-1 and then still have a 5-5 on the board. Can also play a Silvermoon Portal and then like trade this and the True Silver Champion in. The problem is my deck probably does go to turn 10, and if he plays a 10-10 then I won't have an equality for that. But that's still pretty far away. Fuck it, let's just equality this. And I think I'd rather get a couple more things on the board, or one more thing on the board.
The battle! The battle!
Playing the Silver Moon Portal here makes it more likely that I can land the Blessing of Kings next turn.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Alright, always happy to see those without a secret.
Fire.
So I'm obviously true silvering one of these. Probably do want to save the Forbidden Healing for my face in this matchup. I was considering playing a Blessing of Kings on this guy, training it in, and then healing it up. But it's probably important to just not get fireballed repeatedly in this matchup. So I guess I'm just going to throw the Blessing of Kings on this guy. I could trade this off and then just 6 him. I can trade here. That leaves me open to a Flame Strike, but Secret Mage doesn't play Flame Strike, does it? It's also worse against Firelands Portal too, huh? Let's play around Firelands Portal more than anything. Because turn 7 Firelands Portal is the most impactful card he can have in that deck. Most of the time, anyway. This was the worst play against Fireball. But Fireball wasn't that big a deal unless he also had a minion to go with it, which he did. But we can Vine Cleave that guy. He did have the Firelands Portal, so we played around it. I actually wasn't looking to see if he just top decked it, but I'm assuming he didn't. Let's draw a card here. Really bad hand right now.
For justice! Already. Reporting for duty.
He can't kill me this turn, can he? Let's hold the Forbidden Healing. Might be able to get even like 5 more healing out of it by holding it here. He's 1 mana off of a double Fireball Frostbolt. Plus I did just see a Fireball. Alright, so I'll probably just heal for 20 here. Wow, that is tempting. Is that lethal? 1 off, huh? Damn, that sucks. But there's a pretty good chance he won't see it coming. I can get him next turn. Wonder if I go face with Vine Cleaver here. Maybe I equality here, so I don't have to use the Vine Cleaver. Or maybe I equality and use the Vine Cleaver on his face. I think I like that. I don't need 20 healing out of the Forbidden Healing this turn. Alright, I guess I should trade these off before I Forbidden Healing. But yeah, with this line of play, if 2 of these live, I have Dino Size lethal. And I think it's pretty likely that 2 of them live. Nice! Sick 10-10, bro. Mine has charge, though.